show are solely the sentiments of the participants of the show. Trivia's Inspirational Radio Network is not responsible for content. As always, thanks for watching and enjoy the show. Do you love waking up early in the morning, struggling to figure out what to do with your hair? We've all had our share of bad hair days. Are you ready for a change? Lock it and love it with Lock and Love Salon, conveniently located at 8117 Liberty Road, Windsor Mills, Maryland. Start your lock journey today. Lock and Love's professional services and artistic designs will keep you blazing in the hottest trends while maintaining and protecting your hair. Honey, Lock and Love is an experience. Once you try Lock and Love Salon, you won't try anyone else. Lock and Love offers starter and maintenance locks, fox locks, detox, shampooing and conditioning, lock treatment, lock extension, coloring, and much more. Sorry, but Lock and Love doesn't accept walk-ins. What are you waiting for? Call 410-970-3791 to set up your appointment today. Lock and Love is on Facebook, so remember to like, follow, and share. Is on Facebook. Trivia's Inspirational Radio would like to inform you that the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in the following show are solely the sentiments of the participants of the show. Trivia's Inspirational Radio Network is not responsible for content. As always, thanks for watching and enjoy the show. As always, thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Hi, guys. Hey. Well, guess who's back? Guess who's back in the house? It's me. I'm back on y'all TV screens. Okay, so I know I've been gone, y'all. I've been gone because I have not been feeling well. But I am back now. I want to say thank you to Miss Laquita Parks, Miss Chanel Coleman Wesley, Miss T.R.I.V.I.A Payne and Dr. Velma for coming in and supporting your girl and having my back while I was gone. But now I'm back with Miss Tanya, who is the founder of Milan Pages, and she is also the author of No Weapons Formed. We also have Mr. Dale S. So we also have Chanel. She's coming in. She's going to pop in a few minutes. She's going to help me co-host. Oh, there she is. Look, I spoke up the angel. She is in the building.
Hello.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Cox. Yeah, we got Miss Chanel in the building, y'all. Thank you so much. Look at my girl. She came through for your girl. She always come through. That's what I'm talking about. So now this is actually Listen Linda presents the Wonder Woman edition, but we still have a special guest, which is Mr. Dale S. Henry, who is the author of Fruits. So we just want to welcome you, sir, for joining us on Wonder Woman edition, but it's okay. We know you're not a Wonder Woman, but we still want to say thank you so much and just give us a little bit more about you and what prompted you to write this book, Fruits. Now, if you guys don't know about Fruits, I'll let him explain, but when it first came into my mind, Mr. Dale, I thought about Nina Simone.
Okay.
I don't know why. Maybe because of her song called Strange Fruit.
Yeah.
But it made me think about Nina Simone. Am I lying, Tanya? Did it hit you in the head at any given point?
You know, when he first presented me, when he first contacted me, I was saying, because I was looking at, he's fairly skinned, and I said, "Sir, are you telling me that your DNA has some African American
Yes,
descent?"
yes.
He said, "Yes."
Wait a minute now. What you trying to say?
Very fair skinned, so I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not about to check nobody's DNA, but I was like, okay.
That song
So-
was
Look, she
written
probably looked
by,
at my page and seen my mama and was like, yeah, she black.
yeah.
So I was like,
We have a lot of mixtures in our family from
yeah.
Kenya and Africa. My grandfather was from St. Kitts, and we have some Cherokee Indians and some race people from Ireland. It's a mix of everybody in our family. Yeah, that song was written by Billie Holiday, "Strange Fruits."
But Nina Simone redid it.
She redid it because
Yeah.
she was put in jail because she sang that song in different nightclubs.
Mhm.
White people didn't want to hear about it. That's what happened. She
White
died
people
in the hospital
about it.
because of that. Yeah, Billie Holiday. Yeah.
Well, I heard Nina Simone sing it, and she sung it down to the ground, baby.
Yeah.
She didn't hold no punches with it. But
Neither
I
them.
do remember somebody saying that it was a remake from Billie Holiday's song and what she went through during the Jim Crow era around that time.
Yeah.
And she took a stand. But from what I remember reading and viewing on different documentaries about Billie Holiday, she didn't play, baby.
Mm-hmm.
She did not play, and she stood whatever she stood for. That's what it was. So give us a little bit of background about Fruits, and what originated it, and what prompted you to really want to write it.
Mm-hmm. Well, as I was mentioning, for about 10 or 15 years, a lot of friends, whenever we had gatherings, it could be our relatives and friends, everybody else said, "Del, you need to write a book, man. I'm serious." I said, nah. They said, "No, we're serious, Del. You keep telling me about these different relatives and everybody. You need to write a book." So I decided, yeah, maybe I should start doing it. So I started by going, as I mentioned, Trenton is the capital of New Jersey, and they have all all the information down there. So I had to make 15 different trips. That's down South Jersey. I live in North Jersey, near New York area. And so every time I went there, I used to get a lot of what I call my golden nuggets. It's like getting a shovel and digging. And it got to a point where these three librarians, they ganged up on me and said, "Look, your name's not Del Henry no more. Your name is Shush." Because every time I found some nuggets, I would say, "Oh, shoot, look at this here." They say, "Shh, quiet, Del, quiet. You're in the library." I got so excited, and I found out all this new information on my relatives.
And it took you said 6 years.
6 years, yeah.
To actually get all the details of who you was related to and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So what actually sparked you to say, let me figure out how far my family tree go?
Well, a lot of my relatives, they would say, "Del, you said you're going to start writing a book. What page are you on, all this here?" Through the years, they used to ask me that. I said, "I'm working on it, working on it." They say, yeah, taking their time. Because every time I would sit at this laptop and all this information would start coming to my head. So I have to type it down real fast before I forget it. And this went on for, like I said, it went on for 6 years. And finally, when I put together everything, I was very, very fortunate. Uh, I came into, I gave a couple of manuscripts to different professional editors. And this one lady said, "Listen, Del, I want to get on board with this journey with you." She said, "Listen," she usually charged $5,000 to $7,000 for, doing editing. I said, "I can't afford that right now." She said, "Look, I'm going to give you a favor. I'll charge you just $9 and you can pay me in 4 different times.
$9, y'all.
I said, okay, I can work with that.
$9.
$9.
900. 900.
Oh,
Oh,
I was gonna say, that's
$9. What's her name?
Yeah.
Still 900.
Now,
That's still
what
a deal.
happened? She had
900
That
is
is a
still a
good
deal.
deal. That
I
is
had papers all over the place, and it took us 6 months of putting everything back together again. And she did a great job. She used to work for Simon and Schuster as one of the top publishers in this country, and she works for herself now. And she's in the book in the dedication part. And so again, we had to go back and forth. She would call me up on the phone and say, "All right, Dell, did you do my homework for me? What I told you to do?" I said, "I did most of it, but some of it I didn't do." "All right, get back to work." She was tough, I'm telling you, but boy, she was smart. Oh boy.
So Dad, when we was talking, I don't mean to cut you off. When we was talking yesterday, you told me something that I think the other ladies would just love to hear. You were saying something about, I think you said your grandfather. How's your family connected with the mafia, and how did the mafia help your family out?
That's
Tell
right.
them that. That was like, whoa.
Yeah. My grandfather, the same grandfather, he came from St. Kitts when he was 16 years old. He left St. Kitts and he was on a big steamboat and he arrived in Brooklyn and we had some relatives there. I wasn't even thought of at that time. It was in 1922. And he went to college in New York. And when he graduated, he started a school, a music school in Newark, New Jersey.
Really?
And that's when he ran to that 10-year-old girl named Sarah Vaughan. He gave her first vocal lessons. And he also helped a lot of musicians get started because he happened to have some money and he had saxophones and drums and different things so people can learn to play there. And one particular night, he was leaving the studio late and a car pulled up and shot this man 12 times and took off. And my grandfather picked him up real quick and helped get him to the hospital, St. Mary's Hospital in Newark. And this is in November of 1930. And when the man recuperated a month later, he wants to know who's this Negro that saved my life. That was my grandfather. So he gave him a lot of cash money at that time. The man's life he saved. They made a movie called The Godfather, patterned after his life. His name was Richie the Boot Boyardo.
Oh, get out of here.
I told you.
Really?
Like, boom.
Oh, man. See, that's why I say we got to look, you guys have to get this book. Can you give us an excerpt from your book?
I'll give you a picture right now, Richie. Let's see.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is, you just never know what you're going to do, the ripple effect.
His grandfather saved the life of the mafia guy, and the guy said, "I got to repay this man."
That's right.
And so after he shows us the excerpt, but he was telling me yesterday that grandfather took some money and created another business.
Yeah, he had a nice nightclub. It was called the Nest. His name was Ernest Bernard Henry, and my father's Ernest Bernard Jr. and my brother was Ernest Bernard III, and my nephew, who was also in Iraq, he's Ernest Henry IV. And what he did, he opened up 2 nightclubs across the street from each one. They're both on Warren Street in Newark. It was in the 1930s when there was depressions going on.
Yeah, that's a Great Depression.
Yeah, get the picture of him right here.
Y'all heard me. I said, get out of here.
That's good stuff.
It's phenomenal. I mean, it's better than TV because it's it's real life. That's just, I would have never expected that outcome.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
That's some good stuff. He got a lot of good stuff in this book, Chanel. That's why I can't wait to get it. Because if he show you the cover, I don't have the cover, but
it's hard to see. That's Richie Boyardo on his horse.
Wow.
And his grandson is a doctor, and his name is Richard Boyardo also. And that's a picture of him and me. Uh,
Wow.
I had to
Oh,
have
wow.
I had to have
Nice.
shoulder surgery, and it cost $75,000. He didn't charge me a penny after he found out I was
Look at
Well,
God.
you
Andy
was.
Penny's
Oh my goodness.
son. Yeah,
Look at God. Won't he do it?
What?
Richard
Show us a
Barr.
picture of the front of the book.
Unbelievable.
Let's see
Isn't that
what's
crazy?
Can we see the front of your book?
Sure. Yeah,
Yes.
this is Fruits. Now the words I came up
Mercy.
with
I
it
love it.
when I was down in Trenton while I was doing
Love the name of it. I
digging.
think it's absolutely wonderful and perfect for
And
the
The
he's
name came up.
connected to all these people.
Yeah, the name came up in my mind at that time because I said we have a tree, and trees bear fruit.
Fruit.
And I
right.
said,
Yes.
I said, well, I'm doing research, and it's family, so I put everything together. It's family research uncovers
Right.
important crime secrets.
That's so
That's
wonderful.
exactly what it did. So there's three people here from Georgia. If you could see who they are: Martin Luther King,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
there's Julian Bond, and Walt Clyde Frazier.
Mm.
I don't know if you know Walt Clyde Frazier. He played for the New York Knicks. He's
Yeah.
a basketball player.
Wow.
Wow.
I
I
can see
played against him.
too in some of these folks.
Yeah.
So I just have to ask, what was that culminating moment like when you actually got this finished product in your hand? All the things that it took, the sweat, the blood, the tears, all the things that people didn't know. What did it feel like when you were actually holding that first copy of your manuscript in your hands?
You know what happened?
Good question.
Bush Book Baby, they're down in Pennsauken, Georgia. That's South Jersey. And they sent me 25 books for me to keep. And when it came by UPS, as soon as I opened up the first one, I said, yeah, we did it. We did it.
Yes.
You guys sure did 6 years. That's great.
And
Yes.
after that,
When I got mad, I said, Mama, I made it.
that's what I said. That's when all my cousins came at me. Dale, where's the book at? Where's my book?
Or your cousin, your kinfolk.
You got to pay to play. You got to pay to play.
They helped me out in different ways, so they got their books.
Nice.
Now, I know you don't want to give away too much of the book,
Mhm.
but that's Albert Einstein, right? On the
Albert
corner there.
Einstein. The reason why he's in there, I'll show you. Julian Bond's father was a professor at Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, and while he was there, they wouldn't allow black men on campus.
Mm.
So Albert Einstein had a big mansion, and he let 50 black guys live in his mansion. That's where he taught them.
Wow.
That's how
Wow.
I got in the book.
Miss Laquita Park says she actually went to school with Julian Bond's children.
Nice. Small world.
It's a small world.
Just
Yeah.
talking
Now
about
you gotta before we finish with your segment, Mr. Henry. We really want to get an excerpt from this book.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I want to hear something from until man come in the mail.
And then he has to tell us where we can all pick up, like myself, pick up and purchase a copy, because we definitely would love to support this amazing project. Oh, wow.
They're
Nice.
both professors at Lincoln University.
Mm.
That's amazing.
he
Yeah.
actually have the supportive documents and pictures,
And
right?
that's why I had to put him in the book, for
He
what
got
he did.
receipts, child. He
Yeah.
said
I
he
like
coming
that.
with receipts. He
Yeah.
coming with receipts, baby.
That's right. Can I go ahead and name our first winner of our name pick real quick? And then you get to your excerpt.
Yes.
Author Nikki Nicole. If you with us, you've won, honey. You won a gift basket. Okay.
Miss Nikki Nicole, congratulations.
So hit us up.
Yes.
Inbox. We need your address so we can get you out this beautiful gift basket. All right, y'all.
Nice.
More to go. Nikki Nicole. All right.
All right. Come on, Mr. Henry.
Okay. What would you like to know?
We need to get a quick passage from your book, just an excerpt from your book. If you could read maybe a page or two.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I have let's see. I'll tell you a little biopsy. The autobiography history. It's from award-winning book author Dell S. Henry. Comes from a family of 8. Yes, everyone on the front cover of the book is related to Dell's family and or had ties and associations with his ancestors.
Mm.
The subtitle tells it all. The autobiographical journey of one man's life, experiences, family ties, and associations with 3 U.S. presidents,
Mm.
mafia, a state senator, that was Julian Bond, Nobel Peace Laureate, that was Martin Luther King, athletes, entertainers, and more.
Mm.
Bell shares this unique journey with all readers, no matter what genre they prefer to read. This book covers history, politics, civil war, sports,
Mm.
crimes, music, research, education, comedy, humor, failure, and success.
Mm. All right.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Now, can you tell everybody where they can purchase your book or
Yes.
how they can support you?
Yeah, thank you. It's right on Amazon.com. They go
Okay.
right there. It's right up there. You type in Dell S. Henry, author, it'll pop right up. And also on your left side, you get to read the first chapter for free if you tap on the front cover of the book.
Wow.
And there's 7 different ed- editorial reviews on the book also. I see. 3 of them are gold stars for the reviews.
Great job. Well, Miss Laquita says she already purchased her
That's
book.
right.
She don't play. She does not play. She gonna
She
get
do
the
not
book
play.
right
She
away.
always she purchases
All right,
everybody.
Mel.
Look, this man got receipts.
Good.
I
Look,
love
I
it.
got to
I
play.
love it.
Good job.
This came from nowhere. Somebody sent this in the mail, said, you're a book winner. I said, thank you.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, we want to thank you, Mr. Dale. You can stay and hang with the ladies if you want to.
Sure.
But we're gonna go ahead on, and I got some questions.
Questions.
Now, Miss Chanel know how I get when I have my questions.
That's right.
Because at first, I didn't have no questions. Because I wasn't prepared for you, Miss Tanya. Oh, but I got questions now, honey. I got questions. Because I've been thinking of some.
Okay.
So let's start off with tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and your talk a little bit about your platform and what made you want to start Melanin Pages.
Okay. I'm Tanya. I am from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I am founder of Melanin Pages, and this is an assignment from the Lord. He have given me the blueprint, the business plan, the marketing plan, the financial outlook. He have laid it all before my eyes, and I have nothing to do with this. I just pray that I can handle this blessing of such magnitude, and just kind of walking blindly. I always wanted to be a writer. I wrote 3 books in the past this year, period. I remember writing one when I was in the 6th grade, and we was raised up in poverty, so I won. And so my mother back then, she sold the rights to the book, and I never seen it again, never heard of it. It just, that type of success wasn't something that we were used to where I came from. So the quickest that I received it and it was gone, it really didn't make me no difference, because I didn't know, what kind of it took a lot of maturity, and I was just in the 6th grade. So I've been through a lot of stuff, a lot of trauma, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of drops. And people always told me, you can write a book. you always help people. Why you are such an overachiever? And they kept coming at me with all these questions. So I said, let me write it down. My book journey purely started for therapeutic reasons. I'm not trying to get rich, put my kids through college, none of that. It purely started from prayer and writing my thoughts down. I find it fascinating that I can throw together some fonts, some graphics and stuff, and it just looks beautiful. To me, that's God-given talent. I didn't go to school for that. By nature, I am a caregiver. I own a staffing agency, and I've owned one for 12 years. But I'm just realizing that my heart is servitude, point blank, period. Whether I am writing literature, whether I am serving people in my community or volunteering, that's just what I do. I got a heart full of servitude. With that being said, when God put this assignment on me, I realized that it wasn't for me. It was not for me. It was for people out there. It was to uplift the Black community, to uplift the voices. And let me just say this, it's not to cause any division, because I have a whole bunch of family and friends that's diverse and from different races and different backgrounds. Those people understand that this assignment and this mission is not for division, it's uplifting and empowerment.
Right.
Amen.
We have been oppressed for a very long time.
Yeah.
And so I have the skills and the assets and the communication and all these experiences that I thought was my life actually falling apart was just for this moment. All these
Amen.
people that I know that I've ran across in my life, HBCUs, the deans and all that stuff. I'm about to pick their brain. I'm about to say, hey, look at Dale Henry's book, look at Jacqueline Cox's book. We need to actually have more books like these on the academic curriculum, especially in English 101 and 102. We need to be able to pick from different flavors of books by Black authors for Black students.
Amen.
I remember when I was in school, in college, and I'm taking English 101. I know how to speak, I know how to write. I took this class 4 or 5 times, and I realized that it was an emotional block for me, because what they were doing, they were saying, hey, pick from these books and write an essay on it. And the books were so vulgar. They was using nigger this and nigger that. And I couldn't I couldn't get past the vulgar language in the books, because they were so old and outdated that I was failing the class. So I wrote the dean. I said, is there any way that you guys can change this curriculum to where I can pick a book that relates to me? If I'm writing on a essay on one of your poems, Jacqueline, and it relates to my life, I'm gonna pass the class.
Amen.
If I'm looking in Mr. Dale Henry's book and I'm saying, dang, let me write on how this makes me feel as a Black person, and how liberated he is, I'm gonna pass the class.
Right.
But if I'm reading a book and they're asking me to write an essay on somebody who just verbalized a African American man as a gorilla nigger, I'm not getting past my emotions. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
No.
And
I'm
that's
gonna
just
go
how
try to
it is.
find that author.
Yeah, I'm like, why am I reading? So I wrote the dean, and they passed it off like, oh, this is old. This is okay. Well, we got Maya Angelou. We have Alice Walker. Have other books out there.
Jordan Neil Hurston.
Let the list goes on, hon. List goes on. Why are we picking? Why do we have these only? And guess what? I told you, this is my 5th time taking this classroom. Y'all haven't changed the curriculum yet. So something's got to be done. That's why I'm glad that this platform came into my spirit, because Black authors will be celebrated in the way that they haven't been before. And I am going to, with my educated self, present every author that's on my platform to the HBCUs, to the colleges, to the schools, and I'm gonna say, what about these people?
Exactly. Come on with it now.
I don't want any royalties. I don't want any book sales. I don't want to take your rights, because I'm not doing any shady business. This is totally of God. It's his mission. He put me on assignment because I can't handle it. I am a warrior for Christ. So I will be defending these books, and I will be out there talking about this platform and marketing to the greatest extent. So
Well,
that's where I am.
oh, come on with it, girl. You ain't leave no crumbs. She
I'm
ate
ready. I'm here for all that. I'm here for all that.
Look, Chanel, I think she must have watched some of my shows and she was able to say, you know what, I'm finna get it all out in one win because I know exactly
I'm just gonna tell them because we're here now. I've researched platforms and just randomly doing this. I said, let me go on a random platform like mine and see if I could find a black author. I searched probably 50. There was one black author on the front of one website, and that was Alice Walker's book from way back when.
Wow.
So guess what? We even in the playing field now.
Come on now.
Come on with it.
Now
Now, you talking about black empowerment. And see, Chanel, that's why I told you, I said she remind me so much of you. It's like two of y'all down there. Like, I don't know. Like it just feels so liberating and so impactful to me as a young black woman to know that I have such great women like you, like Chanel, like Laquita, like Trivia, everybody coming together and joining together and just uplifting and empowering, black women, and black people in general, not just black women now, black people in general. And, if anybody's noticed or not, I don't know. I'm not saying that I won't ever branch out and have other guests on my show, but if anybody knows me and knows my show and knows my platform, it's always been black women.
That's right.
It has always been black women. I love, I appreciate, I value black women so much because in a world where we are devalued a lot, you know what I'm saying? We are like crabs in a barrel, but we need to the work and the things that we do for our family, for our friends, for our community, for our elders, for our children is top tier. But we are definitely undervalued and unappreciated. So this platform is Chanel's platform, the She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically platform, the Black Women's Author platform, came into my life in August. I just tripped over the page and found myself in it. And I have been on a roller coaster of blessings ever since. And that's what I told you, Miss Tanya, yesterday on the show, didn't I? Said you need to join that platform. This platform is amazing. Your platform, Miss Tanya, is amazing. And I just thank the Lord that He has blessed me to be on both of them and a part of the Inspirational Radio Network and a bona fide author from T.R.I.V.I.A Publishing.
That's right.
And the digital content creator of T.R.I.V.I.A Publishing. I'm welcoming everybody. And I just, you know what? You guys are so amazing. What you're doing, Miss Tanya, is so amazing. Chanel, what you're doing is amazing. Mr. Dale, your whole life story and just everything that comes along with you and your story and fruit and what you're, like Miss Tanya said, you're just being so liberating and uplifting and just showing people, like, you know what, if you just research your background, research your history, research your family, you never know who you're connected to. It took this man 6 years, but look at everybody he found out that he was connected to in his life. I mean, it's just amazing to hear these type of stories. And I thank God for you, Miss Tanya. I thank God for you, Chanel. I thank God for Trivia, Laquita. If I miss somebody, Dr. Velma. If I miss anybody else, hey, charge it to my head and not my heart. You better tag me on Facebook more often, and maybe I'll know your name. Okay.
True.
But Mr. Dale, is there any questions that you would like to ask Miss Tanya? And then we'll go to Chanel.
Yes. You mentioned about going to different colleges on the East Coast, and that's a great thing because there's a person that lives in California, name is Oprah Winfrey. She is very up on helping out all the black colleges in the East Coast also.
You tag me in, Mr. Dale.
I don't have
Put
any
me in the
contact.
game, coach.
Can you,
I don't have any.
you
I was
plug
going
me
to say, if you get the right people
in?
to get in touch with her, she would definitely help you guys out. That's what she loves doing that. You know, so I just want to mention that part. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna pray about it and let God come across all barriers, all agents, and we're gonna get through there. We're gonna
Yeah.
get through.
That's
Chanel.
wonderful.
That's
See,
right.
I got it. I'm pointing at you now. You see it.
I see it. So my question to you, Tony, is this: because Jackie was actually telling me a little bit about your platform. Like, girl, you just got to go find out about her. She's amazing. So just tell us, as an author, what are some of the things that you're looking for? Potential authors who are trying to connect with this platform. Who does this platform specifically serve, and how are you looking to kind of branch and network with these authors, and how can they help to also push the platform that's there to support them as well? We appreciate all the things that you're going to be bringing to the authors. So let us know about that side. But also on the flip side, what are the authors needing to do to be able to help support such a phenomenal platform such as yours?
Well, if you don't have a book that's already ready, go ahead and just you can like, follow, and share our page, become one of our members on our Facebook page. That'll be, I mean, it's such a small gesture, but it helps so much businesses if you could just follow. That's it. Like,
Right.
nobody's asking you to invest tons of money. If you could just swipe left or right on somebody's business page,
Yes.
that in itself is such a big help. Um, Far as coming onto the platform, I do want to say that there is a subscription fee. The subscription fee is every 3 months thing. It's $15. That's $5 a month. If you divide it into 30 days, it's like pennies.
Come on now.
That fee is for the web developer to make sure that the content on the page is up to date, that everybody's pictures is the same size, and the reviews are being put in and stuff like that. The God has designed this thing where it costs little, very little money to the author in addition to what's already going on. We know that we got Amazon, they're boosting their prices and stuff, and some things you just can't get around. I mean,
Right.
let's just face it, some of these inflation costs you just can't get around.
True.
So this platform is not going to be pinching off of every little royalty and this, then, and third. We're not doing that. If you are an author out there, the more authors we have on this platform, the better. I can say I have a collaborative um, group of artists here, a group of amazing artwork and books to market to you guys. This platform, I foresee it, the vision going as high as people coming to Melanin Pages to get their bulks of people's books for classrooms and study sessions and things. And that's how high my vision is for this platform. And the only way I can get there if more authors come aboard, get the subscription out of the way, apply, once you contact the site, you'll get an automated link that kind of sends over this whole consent form of how you're going to send over your information so the book can be classified on the website. That's it. Once you say, hey, I'm in, and let me pay my little fee, we take care of everything else. We take care of the marketing of the platform, making sure that that your description is very well written. It is already ran through editors and stuff. You guys send me something, but I finesse it when it gets,
Come on now.
Come on now.
For the finessing. Not here for the finessing.
That's right. I finesse it to make sure that it's capturing everything that your cover is saying. And I must say that it's some beautiful covers out there. You guys have done some great work. I also want to add, any genre is welcome. You might not see it on the page now. This page is being updated like all the time. The web developers are at work even as we speak with things that I've already noted that need to be changed. So it's a work in progress because I want a place of where people's artwork is safe. There's some integrity there. First of all, we're a Black-owned company for Black people. So I suspect that we're going to have some people trying to come in and damage that credibility and integrity, but not on my watch. So Some people have been asking me why do you need the copyright? It's for integrity. We don't want no infringement issues. We're doing things the right way. They out there's a saying that we bootleg stuff, but no, we don't. Not all of us. So
Exactly.
so we just want to make sure that that everybody is represented to the same magnitude. It's fairness here, it's equality here. You don't have to worry about somebody looking over top of your book because you're not a certain color, you're not whatever. Not here, not on this platform. I would like to say, I did one of the issues that I did come across was I am going to make sure that a erotic section is there. The erotic section will be there on its own. That section would not be listed under the book section because I don't want anybody who don't want to see things like that to be offended. So if you do submit a book that has sexual stuff intent and content in it, it will be classified on its own, separated from the rest of the genres because I
Yeah.
don't want to mix up any type of
Yeah.
feeling.
You just right. And you don't want to, like you say, offend nobody or,
Nobody. This this platform, it doesn't care about your sexual orientation. Only thing we care about is that you're a Black author, and that's it. That's
Okay.
it. All right.
All right.
Wow.
Well, we know that you are not just the founder of Melanin Pages, but you are also an author.
Yep.
So before we let you go, you have to give us an excerpt from your book.
Okay.
And then you got to tell people where to find your book.
You can find my book on melaninpages.com as well as Mr. Dale's book.
All right.
And the rest, and Miss Jacqueline's too. The books on our page links directly to their own store and their PayLink platform. I designed this book. If you guys can see, that's me back there in this.
Nice.
So no weapon formed. This was totally I went through so much emotions writing this. I can't even tell you. I thought that I was doing I was being a good servant. I was being a good wife. I was being a good mother. I had it all the box checked. God told me that He didn't tell me to over exceed all those. What He told me was to be obedient to Him first. And so I lost that. I'm going to read from chapter 2. And this says the warnings. Chapter 2 is the warnings. It says, I felt like a demonic force had worked against me for several years. However, I could make it through each trial and tribulation by God's grace. I didn't realize that the demonic force was present within my family. I could survive and give account today through God's gift of discernment and awareness. Looking back, there were signs that I could not deny. While I didn't necessarily ignore them, I didn't want to believe in the supernatural or spirituality to that extent. Don't we all do that? We're like, I know I just felt something, but there were numerous unnatural occurrences that I witnessed and felt, but I chose to overlook them. Like many of you, I was merely going through the motions of religion. Only when God sent strangers into my life to warn me did I begin to take notice. I now realize that the first warning was just the beginning of God's bolder approach to saving me. Initially, he communicated with me through thoughts, dreams, and His voice in my spirit. However, as I became more distracted with life's challenges as a wife and a mother, I heard less of Him and focused more on my version of being a virtuous woman. My version of being a virtuous woman, right? As a result, my priorities shifted, making me more vulnerable to the very thing God was trying to protect me from, the same thing He had warned me about all along. I recall one particular night when I went to the store to purchase some items to complete dinner, and as I walked down the aisle, an older lady made eye contact with me, and I smiled and kept walking and spoke, But as I kept walking past her, however, as I kept walking past her, she grabbed my hand and she said, "You," she said that she didn't know me, but God had put a message in her spirit to give to me. And I looked around to ensure my safety, like, she grabbing on me. Because I was concerned about her tight grip. She warned me that the devil was coming up against me in the form of a person, and I needed to be aware. She then prayed and shouted in tongues before returning to her natural old woman state, wishing me a great evening, releasing my hand before she could complete her shopping as if nothing happened. And I just stood there and I watched her walk away until she disappeared. So that is, this book is about a spiritual warfare and redemption. Yes.
You know what? I was
I,
reading your dedication to your book.
Wow.
I was reading the dedication to your book, and it
yeah.
touched my spirit. Because everybody who know me know I love me some Mr. Cox, baby. He is the light of my life. And so her dedication to her book, she dedicated it to her marriage, guys.
Mm-hmm.
She dedicated, and I'm gonna go ahead and read it because I thought that she was going to read it, but since she didn't, I go ahead and read it. Not a problem. So her dedication, it said, to my marriage. As I reflect on my journey toward a spiritual breakthrough, I cannot help but acknowledge the role that my marriage played in shaping my path. Although the time invested in my marriage was marked by hardship and pain, it ultimately led me to better understand myself and the world around me. In dedicating this book to my marriage, I hope to honor the complexities of out of season relationships and the lessons that I have learned. Who, child? The lack of love, compassion, and support forced me to look within myself. She said yes to herself, Chanel. For the strength and guidance I needed to preserve. Through this struggle, I found a deeper connection to my spirituality and a greater sense of purpose in my life. While I cannot say that I am grateful for the pain that I endured, I am thankful for the growth it has brought me. And so I offer this dedication as a tribute to the transformative power of spiritual breakthroughs and the strength that can be found even in the most difficult of circumstances with love and forgiveness. Tanya, girl, what did he do to you?
Girl, let me tell you. It
Oh,
was
girl, a whirlwind, child. You dedicate the whole book to this man. I said, what happened?
he doesn't even know that this book is out and for sale. That's how bad it was.
If you watching Roku TV right now, or Amazon TV, or Apple, or YouTube, or Facebook, or Instagram, or wherever, girl, you know now.
It was the hardest thing to I heard this somewhere. It was the hardest thing to operate on the magnitude of woman that I am with this man. And I'm not a selfish woman. I'm a catering woman, and that's just it. I'm a woman with servitude, and it was the hardest thing to keep together my family, my businesses, my mind, my sanity, and to try. I think the absolute hardest thing, and God asked me, and God was talking about this the other day. He told me, he said, I'm going to deliver you out. And he said, I'm going to have angels guiding you out. They're going to be holding your hand. The only thing I ask you is not to look back.
Wow.
Amen.
Just like
that's the word.
Salt, just like Lot and Sodom and Gomorrah.
Mm-hmm.
He told me it was the same thing. He said the only thing is you can't look back. If you look back, it will destroy you. That was the hardest thing I had to do, was keep walking in success, keep walking in virtue, keep walking in this woman I am, and not look back for my husband. Because I loved him. You know?
Let me ask you something. Do you still love him though? Because girl, you had to do something. You had to have a little piece of it up in there. Because you can't tell me this right here, this dedication, baby. I was like, that is a read, child. Look, Chanel, look. When I read that thing, I said, well, I thought this was going to be some lovey-dovey stuff. She done came and out his body. Mr. Dale, what do you think about that dedication that she made to our book, to that husband, to that marriage?
Yeah, I was very heartfelt. It was heartfelt.
I
It
meant
was
it too.
girl,
I meant it too.
girl. I bet you them daggers just gonna be hitting his heart when he brings
I could
that
tell.
part. Yeah, look, Chanel, look. What did you?
That was hard. It was hard for me. That was
All
hard.
I gotta say is, if she said yes to herself, you need to be an anthology child. You got some stories up in you, baby. Get with Chanel after this.
You gonna dedicate the book? I said, yeah.
That's what you look. You just wait to read this dedication. You don't think. Chanel, what you think about that dedication? Come on now, what you think about that dedication, girl?
It was a mic drop. It just really was. I mean, I think that's really poetic in a sense. You know what I mean? Just really kind of putting it all out on paper. Pen to paper is could be such a sacred, such a transformational thing in a way. She just took that. It was powerful.
Come on, baby.
Powerful.
I commend you.
I knew Jackie loved it because she screenshotted it and sent it to me.
Girl, I screenshot and sent it right to her because I couldn't believe what she wrote. Okay, we are getting towards the end. Here go Mr. Marvis. He's coming. He's ready to read. Marvis, you gotta come over here, baby. You gotta sit with mommy. Okay.
There's no space.
I know because you're so big. You ready? You gotta tell the name of the book. Okay, so you gotta tell them what your name is.
My name is Marvis. Today's book is reading "Ouch, Lies, Hurts"
By who?
by Laquita Parks and Anthony Wallace.
Oh.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
I read this part, okay? And then you read the next one, okay?
Okay.
This book is dedicated to all parents who live by the truth and believe in instilling truth in their children.
Ouch! Lies really hurt and they make people cry. Please, boys and girls, don't tell a lie.
Lies are never nice. They don't make people feel well.
Ouch! Lies make people want to scream and yell.
When you tell a lie, you can lose a good friend.
Ouch! A lie once it starts will never, ever end.
Ouch. Lies hurt your heart and you can't sleep at night.
Lies are dark and very bad. They never bring the light.
Ouch, boys and girls. Lies create tears.
Lies make people scared and live a life full of tears.
Ouch.
Right.
Lies make your best friends not want to play.
Please don't tell lies, they'll push people away. Lies should never be a part of your day. If a lie comes to your mind, do not let it stay.
If a lie comes out your mouth, it will not let you run.
Or go outside and have some fun playing in the sun.
Be honest, boys and girls, because ouch, lies hurt.
Telling the truth buries lies in the dirt.
Telling the truth is always best.
There's really no reason why to ever need to tell a lie.
Smart kids don't tell lies.
Scan QR code to download Ouch, Lies Hurt, song by Laquita Parks. The end.
Nice.
Amazing job.
Great job, Marvin. You did a great job.
Sure.
Yay, I'm going to bring your phone real fast.
Okay. So you guys can pick up this book by Miss Laquita Parks and Anthony Wallace called Ouch, Lies Hurt at paypropublishing.com. Ouch, lies, hurt. Funny, cute, y'all.
Right.
That's
Yes.
so
As a
cute.
I
button.
love that.
Cute
I
as a
mean,
button.
I mean, I didn't.
Yes. Okay. Before we close it out, Chanel, I'm coming for you.
Okay.
She said yes to herself. Come on with
Yes,
it now.
ma'am.
You got to give us an excerpt and you got to tell us about the book and what made you want to start the book, the platforms, and just give us a little bit more about what we can expect from the visionary.
Well, first of all, Jacqueline, thank you so much for having me on this amazing platform. I'm truly enamored to be with both of these amazing guests on this evening. The She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically platform has everything to do with this book right here entitled She Said Yes to Herself.
Yes.
Unapologetically, the
Yes.
empowerment guide for women.
You better whoop it
I
out.
would say I was at a point in my life where I had finally said yes to myself in a very real way, being 46 years and powerful and in my own vein and working in my own thing. I'm finally at an age where I'm saying yes to myself. And there was a moment when I was saying yes, and my yes was said very no. It was said, like needing permission or confirmation from other people. But I'm at a space in my life right now where the apologies or the acceptance of others is not required. She's saying yes to herself. She's clapping her fingers. She's snapping her hands. And I'm loving this vein that she is in right now. And so that's really what produced this book that started a platform and produced a summit and is going to bring about a powerful anthology. The She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically anthology is bringing leaders from all across the world. We have some visionaries and speakers in London, going across to every part in the States. This book is going to give her tips, tricks, and strategies to be able to transform from waiting on it to walking in it. She's going to go forth in all her glory, that everything that God has for her, that she's going to empower herself in her relationships, in her business, and in her brand, and also in her motivation and her dedication to serve God. So that's what the She Said Yes to Herself anthology is all about. That's what this platform really produces. Black women authors, again, is an amazing opportunity for Black women, women of color, because we do understand the sometimes the disadvantages that we have between races and having access to a lot of things. And so this organization is faith-based. Because we're going to be talking about things that I don't want to, offend you if that's not your thing. So we do have a platform for women of faith, and so it's a powerful organization. It's a sisterhood. It's a way to be able to build together, to network, and to cross promote. Ladies, if you love clapping for your sister and rooting for your sister and cheering for your sister, then this is the tribe and space for you. If you are a wall hanger, a bench warmer, this is not the tribe for you. If you're in this tribe, I am going to work you. If you cannot work with the process, we are going to say, love, we love you, and we will see you at the finish line, because we can't allow that.
We gotta go, baby.
What we're doing, we got places and we have moves that we want to make. So I want to say thank you for that. I'm going to read this quick little snippet off of She Said Yes to Herself, the empowerment guide for women. And it's titled like this: There's no competition. It's human nature to compare ourselves with others. We are constantly in a state of comparing lifestyles, physical attributes, education, success, morals, and spirituality with someone else. Why? Is it because we don't believe in being content where we are in life without measuring ourselves against society's standards or someone else's journey? The truth is, when we are measuring, we won't feel as if we've genuinely achieved anything unless we feel as if we surpassed the person we're silently competing with, or at least we're able to keep up with the Joneses. The reason why we do this can be summed up in one word: validation. We measure the worth of our attainments based on the approval or acceptance of others, what society says, or our perception of what the next person has. I lived my life like this. I didn't love myself. Honestly, I didn't know how to. I failed to recognize my worth because I was too busy competing and comparing myself with someone else. But in all my comparisons, I never seemed to measure up. All of this changed for me when I learned to throw down my measuring rod. I discovered that the only person that I'm competing against is me. I am the competition.
Amen.
Me versus me. Gorgeous, you are beautiful, you are enough. Period. End of story. The truth is, we don't need to see our worth through the eyes of mere mortals, but through the eyes of the Almighty God. He says that you are
Amen.
loved with everlasting love, priceless, his peculiar treasure, healed, chosen, courageous, strong.
Amen.
You belong to him. Do I need to go on? Nobody knows the
Yes.
blood, sweat, sleepless nights, pain, or storms that you've weathered. No one has walked a mile in your shoes, so they don't know the struggles or the difficulties that you had to overcome in order to be right exactly where you are at this moment. And
Hmm.
similarly, you don't know what it costs the sister that you are watching to be exactly where she is. I'm gonna put a
Come
Amen.
pause in
on.
there right there at that kind of time. But I
Yeah.
want to say to you,
Come on
tonight,
with that
ladies, love
fire.
is amazing.
Girl, you better come on with that fire. Woo!
Amen. Throw down
Have
that
to turn
rod.
it up and it's cold in my house.
You better throw down that rod.
You know that
Girl, you
note.
have
Please
to.
tell people
That's
where they
how I
can
love
pick up your book, honey. Please tell people where they can find you, where they can reach you, where they can pick up
you.
your book.
Well, first, I gotta shout out my publisher real quick. Thank you, Quita Parks and Paper Be Publishing, for
Thank
all the
you.
amazing stuff that you do. You know, I mean, www.self.com.
Come on with it. And
That was
that's where you can find your book. And
I did.
I'm just moving right along because I'm
www.
that's amazing.
Appreciate you, sis. I said we're gonna have to
I
connect.
can't find my she said yes, but it's okay. But everybody who know me know I got she said yes. I got about 100 copies of it. I'm looking for it so I could throw it in there, but I can't find it. But it's okay. But I got these.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
All
Yes,
Paper
you
V
do.
books,
Yes.
and this my
Yes.
husband book, y'all. Since I'm on here today,
Go ahead, Mr.
That's right.
Cox.
A box of chocolates. All right.
that's right. And he a box of chocolates. Is a fine human being. And then we got Walking Limitations, Miss Laquita Parks, and we got
Yes,
It Can't
Laquita.
Always Be Night. And I got
Come on.
Outside
It
First.
can't always be nice.
And I'm going to close out by reading an excerpt of my book, It Can't Always Be Night. And I'm going to read, listen, Linda.
Okay.
Come on now.
Listen, Linda. I want you to put your foot down with your mate. Love me the way I need to be loved, or I am out. I want you to set hard boundaries with people and stick to them. I want you to dive headfirst into your business and your goals. I want you to take control of your life instead of letting things happen to yourself. I want you to realize that you're worthy of everything your heart desires. I say all of this because I can relate. There was a time when I would rather stay in bed because it was easier than dealing with life. There was a time when I was afraid to set boundaries with people. There was a time when I thought I wasn't worthy, but life is much better now that I know my worth and I walk in my greatness. I want the same for you all. I hope every woman or man gets to see this and knows that I am rooting for you.
Woo.
Listen.
You
And that is from my little poetry book.
Love that.
Y'all so funny. I can't do it with y'all. Y'all are hilarious.
Girl,
But you know
I thought
what?
she was going to have more attitude. I was waiting for that clapping in the neck.
Girl, look. I can't read it like you read it, Chanel. You know, Chanel came on here, y'all. She read Listen, Linda, baby, and she took it under the table, baby. She was feeling them words. Now, you got to charge man to Tylenol 3s and Neo Squirting and a little splash of Jack Daniels. Okay, I'm not in the best place.
Because all I did was
but
summon
you
up
know,
my inner Jackie. I had to summon up my inner Jackie.
You know, they got me on a good day today, Chanel. But that's why I got you here. I told you I need you to come help me. Because you know what I'm going through. But I want to thank all my guests for tuning in tonight. Do we got okay? So before we go, I know Miss Trivia gonna kill me, but I want to give away some stuff. So for the first person to put in the comments the name of Mr. Dale's book will get a free 3-day, 2-night stay at the Westgate Resorts. Any resort of their choice. Compliments of Listen Linda. I need someone to give me the name of Mr. Dale's book and what was the name of the mob man. Oh, Laquita got it. Okay. All right. You won,
should have
Laquita.
known
How
Laquita
many
was gonna
golden?
have it.
Yeah, you know, she just perched. I shouldn't even let hers even count.
She
But it's
took notes and everything.
Look, this lady. Look, okay. So that's it. So mine's going to Laquita. So Chanel, what you got to give away? We got to give away some stuff before we get out of here. What we gonna give away?
Oh, okay. Well, I can give away a copy of Dr. Velma Bagby's newest release, which is Wrong Catch.
Okay.
Ebook.
Okay. So you got to make it hard because Laquita coming through. So you got to make your question hard. Make it hard.
Okay, so what is the name of Tony's platform that she's utilizing to empower Black authors? What is the name of Tony's platform that she's utilizing to empower Black authors?
And don't put it on the scroll trivia.
While we waiting, I pulled out another name. This one for you, Mr. Dale.
Okay.
Dwayne Walker.
Dwayne Walker, you want a free t-shirt, buddy?
Congratulations, Dwayne. Okay, we need the name of Tanya's platform.
Laquita.
Look, see, Laquita, I'm not going to do this with Laquita tonight. She just gonna win everything. Now you already got okay. Carolyn Coleman won now. Laquita, you already got the wrong catch. And what you need with the ebook? You know what I'm saying? Okay, Carolyn Coleman won. Come on, Laquita now. And Mr. Dwayne Walker, look, she said, "Give my gift to Carolyn." Okay, Mr. Dwayne Walker, you won a t-shirt. Congratulations. We need you to inbox Miss Tanya to receive your free t-shirt.
Compliments of Dale Walker from Fruit. This for you, Mr. Dale. Dwayne Walker won a t-shirt.
Congratulations.
All
right. So
thank you guys.
We are going to get ready and nice to meet everybody, Mr. Dale. Nice finally being able to see and meet you, Miss Tanya. And Chanel, you know it's all love. You know you. You my ace. That's why we here. And y'all two need to connect. Chanel, you need to connect with Miss Tanya. Tanya, you definitely need to connect with Miss Chanel because we need you in on the anthology. I need to know more about this dedication.
Thank you guys for.
I know, child. No. And thank you so much, Mr. Dale. I know, look, you've been just tuning in with us. You done stayed. Look, he part of the club now, y'all, because he lasted a whole hour with us.
That's right.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It feels so good to be back on my platform. I missed all my viewers. I missed all my supporters. To keep showing support to Listen Linda and keep me on here, y'all. You know, I gotta pay on time now. So we need y'all to show some love to Listen Linda, to my show, Cash Out, $ Young Safe Leaders, and to keep me on. And I appreciate everybody and your support. Tanya, Miss Laquita said, please connect with her.
Well,
ASAP. Yes. I thank you guys. Mr. Marvis Cox. Thank you, Mr. Cox. He gave all of us trophies. Thank you, Mr. Cox. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate you all. And good night.
Good night.